Everybody, and welcome back to Backroads County. It is afternoon of the first day of June, and we are busy. We're always busy. There is no midsummer lull. There's always work to do on the farm. What is up, Waylon, Nicholas, Semper Buffo? How are y'all doing tonight? Got some straw to sell a little bit. Already picked up all the other straw bales off of our field there, which was the field that we harvested in the last live stream. Our wheat should be ready to harvest next month. Corn is going to be a little whiles off. And I was looking at the crop schedule, and I thought for sure I could double crop soybeans on this map. I'll have to look at it again. Mr. Jeaner, it's been a while. What's up? How's it going? Are you on break? My kid's on break. Fall break. Grim Reaper, I'm doing good as long as you stay away. I'll be happy to live another day. There we go. Now we can do our business. We're going to be making more silage bales today. More silage. Oh, it's your day off. Good deal. Good deal. Oh, okay. I'm all on that. Fully understand that. We released the first video in our 3-part pump and hoses how-to earlier today. Part 2 is going to release tomorrow at noon my time. Members of the channel, though, they have had early access to Part 2 for a little while at this point. I'm going to be recording Part 3 tomorrow. And Part 3 is going to be a 3-parter. One video, but 3 distinct segments of the video. Part 1 of tomorrow's video that I'm recording, we're going to cover hoses. Everything you need to know about hoses. That's reeling them, unreeling them, buying them, selling them, loading them on the reels, cleaning them. Part 2 is going to be all about pumps. Basically which pump you use and how you use the pumps and things like that. And Part 3 is going to be about the various injectors. Which injector you can use for which job. Which injectors you can use with a slurry tank as well as with the dragline hose attachment. One of the injectors is a cultivator. And then that'll wrap it all up. Oh, Bruce, it's set off of the Giants eShop. Probably your bank is rejecting the international transaction. is typically the issue. I use PayPal for just that reason. Farmer G, what's up? So I have PayPal linked to the bank account, and I just use PayPal. Typically, banks will just automatically reject an international transaction. If you call your bank right after the rejection, they can usually and basically confirm, say, yeah, that's I'm trying to get something, and they will basically flag the account to allow the next transaction, and then you can do it again. But yeah, I usually use PayPal because then it's a PayPal transaction as far as the bank's concerned. Or if it's, you know, if it's your credit card, but basically it's whatever the banking institution is that you are trying to draw the money on. We can thank scammers for that difficulty. I don't know. Like I said, I would call the bank after you try a transaction, and that's probably what they're going to tell you. Yeah, different banks are different, or it may just be the online reseller that Giants is using is the bank doesn't like as much or something. All types of reasons. But yeah, the plan is we're going to be selling the rest of the straw. We made pretty good money on the straw. We're going to be making silage bales. And then, well, we might do a little field work over there. We don't really have enough money to buy any pumps and hose stuff. We don't have silage. We don't have digestate anyway. So we really don't have anything to use it with. I thought about buying the industrial area. On the map, it's like $200 and some thousand, and then see if I can sell the BGA. Then I could build my own, but I wouldn't have enough money to do that. So I think we're gonna do the silage, and then we're gonna be prepping for that massive straw harvest, or not straw, wheat harvest, which is going to give us a massive amount of straw. I'm going to be asking you all in a little bit what on earth I could possibly use all that straw for. Need a way of monetizing my straw. But more on that right after the intro. everybody, and welcome back to Backroads County. We are in a mid-summer slowdown. I think not. We have ourselves a ton of work to do this midsummer. We've got mowing to do right here. We're going to make some more silage bales. Our cows may or may not duplicate. They're Angus cows. They act like they're going to reproduce. But last time they didn't double. So I don't know what the deal is. I thought Angus cows would reproduce. But maybe they don't. We've got some straw to sell. I already sold one load. Made a pretty good chunk of change off that load of straw. I want to talk to you guys on what on earth should I do? What on earth should I do with the massive amount of straw that I'm going to get off of this wheat field? I mean, the easy answer is just bale it and then sell it. But maybe there's something else more creative that I can do with it. I'm curious what's that. But before we get too far into it, before Caleb runs off, this video is brought to you by David and Caleb Keppel. Thank you for being farm barons. Let's take a look here at our crop calendar. Soybeans plant. I thought for absolutely sure I could put soybeans in the ground after I got the wheat and barley off the ground. But clearly I can't. I don't know why I thought this. I have absolutely no idea why I thought this. So, yeah. We got a big field of wheat. I thought maybe we could put the, I thought we could get the wheat off the field and then slam beans in there super fast and double crop that. Nope. I don't know why I was thinking that. Scooters! Workbench is in the house. Did anybody else download his scooter that came out on the Giants Mod Hub? Scooter's got a scooter on the Mod Hub. Scooter's got a scooter on the Mod Hub. No, not really. It's not really his scooter, but at any rate, it's fun to say. GTX is in the house also. The brain behind so many fabulous mods, including the most recent object storage mod, is going to take Farm Sim by storm with its flexibility. People just need to know how to use it. And dang it, I need to do a video about that. I forgot all about that. Chalk that up to the list of things to do tomorrow also. We're going to be using the honeybee headers on the wheat field. And I guess, I don't know, does honeybee headers have a corn header? Probably not. But we're going to be using a honeybee header for the corn field, or the wheat field. See how well that does. But yeah, let's take a look. Let us take a look at these animals. So we're at 90%, right? We have a total of 50. 50 cows at 90%. So it shouldn't take long. Maybe one more month. One more month and we should be able to get ourselves 100 cows. Are we going to have 100 cows? I don't know. I'm pretty sure we've already been through enough days on this map to have already doubled. I mean, if Scooter likes it, then it's gotta be good, because he is very particular. He is very particular, and that's why he doesn't use any John Deere tractors. That's right, I went there. What you gonna do about it? Bergus, what is up? Let me talk about something. I hope everyone of you is safe today. I know we got some viewers down in Florida. I know we got some viewers down in the Carolinas. And boy, oh boy, Ian was a master of disaster. That storm just absolutely destroyed Florida. And I feel for those people, and hopefully if we have any viewers from down there, they are doing well. And just looking at the pictures, I can only imagine what it must be like to. It's just total disaster. Entire neighborhoods just leveled. And then to come right on back into South Carolina. You know, it was Category 1 storm by then, but still. We've been getting a little drizzle. Ian is drizzled out now. We had some light rain yesterday evening, rain all night, you know, off and on. Most of today it's just been drizzle, miserable drizzle. I mean, yeah, it's terrible. It is terrible, Semper Buffo. But yeah, in fact, the Weather Channel's predicting the whatever's left of the eye to pass overhead us tomorrow morning. We probably won't notice because, like I said, we've had hardly no wind. We just had drizzle. But I don't expect much, being 600 plus miles inland from where it came back in. I really wasn't expecting much up here anyway, but yeah, it's definitely not discounting the massive impact it had on Florida and the impact it also had on South Carolina. Oh, Scooter's Workbench says he doesn't use John Deere because it breaks down too much. I agree. That's a good reason. Farmer's time is best spent out in the field as opposed to in the shop. What are your favorite mods for dealing with straw? I want to know, what can I do with straw other than simply feed it to a sell point? I don't want anything super unrealistic. I don't want a factory that takes straw and turns it into gold. I'm not really into that straw into manure. Take straw and add water, all you get is wet straw. And eventually you'll get rot. I've got enough straw saved up for the cows. Trust me, I got enough straw saved up for the cows. I just store it. Just store it. Gosh darn it, we got 10,000 straw bales. We're just going to store them. I want to see them. You know what I want to see? I want to see placeable straw bales that are Halloween themed. I want to see Halloween themed jack-o'-lantern straw bales. I want to see straw bales with, like, you know, snowman straw bales that we could put at the entrance of our farms for the holidays. Holidays are coming up. It's time to decorate our virtual farms. I mean, I could add, no, I don't think it works. So chopped straw, does that work with, chopped straw doesn't work with precision farming, does it? Of course, with chopped straw, if you spread it to the wind, you get some fertilization out of it. But if you're doing precision farming, chopped straw to the wind doesn't do anything. Joe Bivens, what is up? What do you mean unnatural speed? What's an unnatural speed? We don't fast farm on this map. We don't fast farm on this channel either. Vesper, welcome. Well, the map has a biomass plant. That's where we're going to take those straw bales at. Now that we're done mowing. We're going 15 miles an hour. That's the proper speed for a swather. That is pretty normal speed for a special purpose swathing mower. That's why farmers have these, so that they can, it's designed to mow fast. It has an incredible tight turning radius, so they spend less time turning at the end of the fields and more time mowing. Let's pick our conditioner back up. We're done with it. Well, yeah, there's unrealistic mowers, but 15 miles an hour for a swather is very very realistic. There we go. Shut that thing down. Maybe you can, Mr. Jeaner, but we won't be doing it on this channel. Yeah, see, I got me enough straw bales saved up. We don't need any more straw bales. And I got a decent amount of hay bales saved up too, so. Oh, that was cool. We had an echo going on. Oh, well, Joe Bevins, this is real time, realistic. Oh yeah, Rabbit Rob though. He's a speedy. He's like what is that, Mr. Rogers? Mr. Speedy delivery, Mr. Rogers. Because they do, Caleb, they do. There is a mod, bale texture changer. What's that called? Is it called bale texture changer? but you can go in here and change the colors or the patterns of your hay and straw bales to give them pretty colors. All right, well, go look it up, Joe. Go look it up. How fast does a swather mow grass? Go look it up. David, good morning. Good morning, sir. Sponsor of this video right there. Thank you very much, sir. I mean, you went unrealistic. I'll give you unrealistic. Earning $40,000 on 2 loads of straw bales. No one seems to be overly concerned about the massive amount of money we earn on straw bales. I mean, if a farmer made 40 grand off of straw bales, that's about all they'd ever be farming would be straw. That is an in-game mod. Yes, in-game mod. I don't know if it's available for all platforms. Or maybe PC only. But we do not go out and download mods from Tom, Dick, and Harry's mod sites. I haven't looked for mods off of any mod site other than the Giants Mod Hub in months. Now, pinned at the top of chat, I do have a link to part 1 of my pumps and hoses how-to series. We're going to do a 3-part video series. Part 2 is going to drop tomorrow at noon my time. Then part 3 will drop on Monday. Part 3 is going to cover the use of the hoses, the reels, the pump, the injectors, the air compressor, and the water pump. Part 1 covered the BGA, the buildable biogas plant, and designing and thinking about near endless configurations of the biogas plant. And then part 2 is going to cover the separated manure aspect. I mean, your trailed mowers are slower, but they're also cheaper. If you're gonna be doing a lot of grass work, a lot of mowing, a lot of contract work, well, then it's going to pay to invest in a swather or a big self-propelled mower. Go. So yeah, once I get part 3 done, I'll release that to the members. Also, I was saying in the pre-show, I'm going to do part 3. I was thinking about it today. I'm going to do part 3 in 3 parts, but it's going to be one video. Part 1 is going to basically focus on hoses, buying the hoses, hoses and reels. Basically buying the hoses, putting them on the reels, using the reels to unreel the hoses. And then reeling the hoses up when you're done. Cleaning the hoses when you're done. Part 2 is going to talk about the various pumps, the water pump, the 4 different digestate pumps, when you might want to use one over another. Then part 3 of that video is going to cover the injectors. 4 different injectors. The various combinations you can use of injector and dragline, or injector and slurry tank. Many of those injectors you could use, if you wanted to, the standard slurry tank. Part 1 has a rather informative spreadsheet. Let's see how big are these? How big are those? Are those 150? Are those bigger? Do those look any bigger than our hay bales? They look the same. All right. So yeah, we're 150. We're on auto drop. And zero that out. Zero out our bale counter. And if any of you didn't realize or didn't know, but the you see that 192 and the 0 down there on the side panel? It might be hard to see on the stream, but that's our bale counters. We made 192 bales for the life of this mower, and our bale counter is currently set at 0 because, well, we just reset it. And when we get around to making a bale, that 0 is going to turn to 1. Let's go ahead and watch it. There we go. 1. Fun little factoid. Yeah, and the Vermeer pack adds a bale counter to all balers. Right? It's not only exclusive to their Vermeer balers. I saw an interesting billboard on Elm Creek today, all around the Vermeer pack. It was really cool looking. Did y'all know that Elm Creek has billboards that change? Giants advertises the DLCs and other things on those. Then, depending on how a map may be implemented, those billboards, you might be able to see those on other maps also. This map has those billboards implemented, so when we're gonna check out the gas shop, the fuel station, there can be some billboards across the street. Yes, Scooter, the bale counter is a part of the DLC. Just like the passenger script is a part of... Oh, this is a new one. The passenger script is a part of the Kubota DLC. Look at that. There you go. The French map in Erlengrad also has the billboards. Yeah, I didn't spend much time on those other than the map tour. 44 days, just under 44 days until the release of the Platinum expansion. Guess what? We're giving away 7 copies of the Platinum expansion over the next 7 weeks, because that's how many weeks it is between now and release. The first of those such giveaways is going to be next Tuesday during a live stream. Explanation giveaway to get the download link, or just keep an eye for Streamlabs to post that link in chat. Enter to win. Winners will be drawn every Tuesday between now and release. Sean McKee, what is up, sir? What is up? Welcome. Platinum expansion is included with the season pass, yes. Platinum expansion is phase 4, the final edition of the season pass. So phase 1 was Antonio Cario, phase 2 was Kubota, phase 3 was Vermeer, and phase 4 is the Platinum expansion. If you have the season pass, you also got the grape harvester that was announced recently. That was kind of a freebie add-on. You have to have a certain kind. You have to have Farming Simulator 22. But the Kubota DLC is available for all players. It's available for all platforms. It's available for PC. It's available for PlayStation, Xbox. It was available for Google Stadia, but then Google has announced that Stadia will be no more after the end of the year. No shocker there. Google has killed off more products than it has ever kept around. It was literally a matter of time before it was going to be killed off. I suspect they couldn't figure out how to advertise in it. Yes, Harry, giveaway is open to PC players only because the DLC is going to be awarded as a giant eShop code. I have no way of awarding you a DLC on Xbox or PlayStation. So Sean, yeah, if you have Farm Sim 22, then you can buy the DLC, unless you already bought the Platinum or the Year 1 Season Pass. If you own the Year 1 Season Pass, then you already own it. All you gotta do is go claim it. And claiming it is going to be different depending on your platform of choice. Just like on cue, Streamlabs goes and puts that info up. What's a PNW? Well, welcome, sir. You dropped in, you snuck in, I didn't see you. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. If you've got the year one season pass on Steam, then yeah, you're kind of stuck to the Steam schedule. Did they release? They released Pumps and Hoses when? Did they release that midday? Probably toward the end of your day, since you're ahead of us. I think Steam stuff usually comes out around 10 a.m. my time. Oh, I didn't realize you were going to the Pacific Northwest. Nice. Nice. You'll be able to compare ATS to what you see in real life. Donald, welcome, sir. Welcome. Don't mind me. I'm just making some grass bales. We're gonna wrap these up into silage. Isn't the Pacific Northwest map already out, or are you talking about a different map? Oh, you're talking about Silver Run Forest. Okay. Not a legit trip. A virtual trip. Harry, what platform do you play on? Typically. Oh, Sean, let's see here. I want to look at Kubota to see it won't like download. I will try to get in the Giants website, and you couldn't get it. So we talked about this earlier. Bruce was saying he was having difficulty ordering the platinum, not the platinum, pumps and hoses. If you're trying to buy off the Giants eShop, and you're trying to use like a card that's tied to your bank account, it's possible that your bank is denying the charges because it's an international charge. And some banks by default will decline international charges unless you've explicitly, like, told them it's okay. So maybe worth a call to your bank just to see. Basically, call them after the charge is declined and basically say, hey, I'm trying to order something internationally and it's not going through. Are you all rejecting it, right? And if they are, then they could probably put an override in to allow that charge to go through. Or I use PayPal when I order things through the Giant eShop, because as far as my bank is concerned, it's just a PayPal transaction and I never have to worry about it. And then I have PayPal linked to my account, or you could just upload money to your PayPal account if you're unsure about linking PayPal to your bank account. You could just add money to your PayPal account and then do it that way. We have not seen a PDA of Silver Run Forest, no. So yeah, the only thing we've seen related to Silver Run Forest is the coverage from Gamescon, and then there was some coverage from, obviously, FarmCon. I've got a video related to the FarmCon coverage. Sadly, I didn't go to Gamescon, that was in Germany. But there are some German content creation channels out there that have some videos around Silver Run Forest. Yeah, at some point they're going to start doing fact sheets. They'll probably have more blog posts. Given the fact that it's 7 weeks away, right? When will those fact sheets start? I don't know. Maybe at 5 weeks? So maybe around mid-month? I gotta change my calendar in here. I noticed a bug. Watch this. Watch this. You might not be able to see it unless you go full screen. But I noticed a bug on additional game settings. And it started today, because today is the first day of August. Or October. Look up there in the upper right. It says Saturday, November 1st. I'm like, I did not miss an entire month. What's going on here? I looked at my computer and it's like, it said no, it said 10/1/22, October. Well, clearly additional game settings thinks October is November. If I change it to short, it still says it's November. So just so I didn't have any smart butts on stream, I just changed it to the number. But yeah, I was like, what? I noticed it when I was getting ready to record Pumps and Hoses how to. I'm like, if I leave it November 1st, it's going to be like a video from the future. I have absolutely no idea how it got through Giant's testing. I mean, come on. It seems like they go through all the other mods like a fine-tooth comb. Nitpicking things. Maybe next Friday. To 11 bales. what interesting things have come out for Farm Sim recently that that you all are interested in. This was a pretty interesting mod week, to say the least. Seeing all types of mods come out. I did see a little yard truck. I also saw a forklift semi or something come out. It was quite interesting. I did add the honeybee headers to this game save. We're gonna use them. We're gonna use them for our wheat harvest. That's one massive header. Yeah, I mean, if they didn't cost, you know, more than the harvester you were using them on. What? Did I just lease that dumb thing? Oh. Ah. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just lease? I wouldn't know, Caleb. I haven't looked at them other than to hop a couple up in the shop. But I figured people were making such a giant ordeal about them, I might as well try them once. I mean, I can't even afford one of those headers right now. I wonder how many horsepower is that scooter? Right, that's a question to ask. How many horsepower does that scooter have? We got 14 bales made. We're what, about halfway done? What's up with the header trailer? Well, it is kind of, I mean, it's interesting. That little header trailer is gonna like hold this thing. I guess I can see where it kind of joins in, right? But I mean, that ain't nearly long enough. Does it extend? Well, good thing I have an aversion to header trailers. Rodolfo, that is correct. I don't use Maize Plus. I don't use course play. I don't use auto drive. Oh, that sounds confusing. You take the part back and you go down 3/4 of the way, the header towards the right side, and disconnect. Disconnect what? The best spot is just past the feed housing, between the wheel and the feeder housing. Warning triangle on the warning triangle on the header. So that's the end of the header. Yeah. Let's go to this ginormous one. Yeah. So the trailer is like right there. But you obviously you don't pull it that way. I don't know. I don't use header trailers. Unless it does something. Unless it does something I'm not expecting it. I'm going to use it once, and then I probably won't bother with it. No, I don't use header trailers anyway. I'm not worried with it. But thanks for the offer. So you attach the header trailer to the header, and then from that point forward, the header trailer is a part of the header. Okay. Oh, Ray, what do you think? Fuzzy Wuzzy was not a member, but now Fuzzy Wuzzy is a member. Everybody, big old round of applause. Big round of applause for Fuzzy Wuzzy joining the channel. Anyone can join the channel, yes indeed. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button. As far as the gameplay, no, sorry, this is single player action. But Caleb, one thing is I'm typically, my personality is I'm massively adverse to anything overly popular. That's one reason I refuse to play with John Deere in game, quite frankly, is when John Deere was coming to 19, everyone made such a giant ordeal about it, like that was the only reason you would buy FS19 was because of John Deere. So at that point, I made up my mind that I just wasn't going to use it. So, you know, when there's an ultra popular map, I have no interest. I have no interest in playing something just because it's popular. Quite frankly, the more popular something is, the less interested I'm in doing it. Not tried Relight Farmer G, but of course, being partially colorblind, I think I would not see the point of Relight, quite literally. And personally, I take for me, I try to not use visual enhancing mods because I want what you see on the channel to be realistically what you could possibly see yourself in your own game without having to go through a bunch of tweaks and hoops. Oh, Ray, thank you. Thank you for going and watching that video. I tell you what, it was probably Sunday when I finally clicked the biogas stuff for me in my head. It was probably Sunday before it finally clicked in my head. When I was demoing it Friday, when I was demoing it Saturday, it was just kind of like, you know, yeah, you just put stuff together and there you go. And then Sunday it was like, snap, I get it now. I get that there's a reason you might want to do something this way versus that way, and the nature of being able to combine things, the power of combining things. the flexibility of combining things. So relight basically is changes the shaders. Changes the shaders of lighting. Basically, right? Is that what we're talking about? You do. It is well, it is a little expensive to start out with, right? Right? A little expensive to start out with. Your minimum input is what, 260? Let me get this calculator up. 260. Right, and then, holy cow, 360. And then, just to be safe, right, 87,300. And then, you might have better, you don't need to, but you might as well. Add that. And then you're going to need a place to store your digestate, right? That's the cheapest one there. So your cheapest biogas plant under pumps and hoses, $781,700. That's the bare minimum, bare basic. Get yourself going, and you'll have enough generation capacity to burn the methane of just silage. If you run silage and manure through it, you're gonna be making too much methane for your burner to keep up. So you would have to upgrade to the larger burner. If you don't upgrade to the larger burner, then you're just going to torch off your excess methane. You're going to get zero benefit out of it other than additional digestate production. That's why it's really key to match your methane production to your methane power burning capabilities. If your torch is burning, then you are wasting money. And that's something I didn't realize until Sunday. But once you put that all together, you're gonna be rolling in the dough if you keep that sucker running. Yeah, exactly. You know, if you've got manure, if you've got liquid manure to add to your silage, you're going to be making more methane, which means you're going to be burning more. Potentially, you're going to be making more electricity. So that's going to be more money per hour. More digestate that you can then use on your fields at no cost. Or if you have another mod out there, another factory or something that uses digestate, you can make use of that. But I also learned in preparation for that video that silage is an absolute requirement for the pumps and hoses DLC. If you want to only pump manure through it, then you're not going to. You have to pump silage and manure. But if you're only going to pump manure, then you're going to be disappointed. Harry, I would say you are probably not mistaken with that thought. There are definitely far more things available to PC players because of the ability to use scripts, the ability for modders to release things outside of the Giants mod hub. Right? So there's literally tens of thousands of Facebook modders that release things. Scooter's Workbench is a perfect example of one such modder that releases things outside of the Giants mod hub. I think he does have a mod in the Giants mod hub, at least one. But he's got many released outside the Giants mod hub. Those are not accessible to console players. Will right there, he has been making maps since Farm Sim 11, maybe. And all of those maps are PC only. None of them have ever been released on the Giants mod hub, no matter how many times I encourage him to try to work within Giants' limitations to get a map out there. They're all on PC, and some are much enjoyed by PC players. It does limit their exposure somewhat. But I fully understand why someone would want a game on a console as opposed to a computer. Well, a lot of modders are self-taught, right? You could attend a class. You could attend classes on 3D modeling and everything, for sure. But I think a lot of those creative types are very self-taught. GoldenEye is in the house. How are you doing, sir? How did you fare down there with the second landing of Ian the Terrible? You definitely can't teach creativity. You can teach skill sets, right? You can teach someone how to use an application more efficiently. But you know, give me a blank canvas and say draw a picture, I'll go, what? They'll say whatever you want. I'll say I don't know. I know what to draw. But you give a blank canvas to someone else and say draw whatever you want, they just go to town. Right? You're like, I don't know, what do you want? And then they're like, draw whatever you want. I'm like, I don't really want to draw anything. Kind of an organizational mindset. Like these videos, I wouldn't really say I'm being creative. I sit and I think, well, what do I need? What needs done? And then how can I structure that so it's halfway entertaining? right? So I'm not fumbling from one thing to the next. That's why I decided that the third part of the pumps and hoses how-to video I'm going to do in three segments within one video. But segment 1, I'm going to focus on hoses and reels. Part 2 of that video, I'm going to focus on pumps. And part 3, I'm going to focus on injectors. I heard a little bit of clip about some piers near Myrtle Beach were lost. Robert, welcome, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? Where are we at? We're up to 30 bales. We're gonna add 30 silage bales to the mix. Are we gonna get one more? That's the question. Calvin, we got rain. Yeah, it's been dreary all day. It was dreary last night. Not a lot of rain. I don't know how much. I don't know how much measurable rain we actually had. A very good portion of today has been drizzle. And that's it. An entire day of drizzle. It's like, ugh. Now, supposedly, the what's left of the eye is going to be going overhead over the city I live in tomorrow morning. But winds are, by that point, winds are going to be so minimal, right? They won't be indistinguishable from a halfway breezy day. But that's not in any way to take away from the massive destruction that Florida saw and the destruction that South Carolina's seen. It's just when you're 600 plus miles inland, there ain't much left other than rain. Captain Kiwi has rejoined the channel. Welcome back. Scott, there is a main farm on the map. In fact, the starting farm is located right here. So here's the starting farm. I can't jump to it. There's no hotspots there. But there's a farm here that you start with on new farmer mode. There's a farm up here. There's a farm over here. There's a farm right here. And then the one we're using is right here. And everything on all the farms can be sold if you own the land. So totally customizable. Yeah, I mean, other than being completely overcast all day long, having some periods of actual rain, and the rest of the day basically having drizzle and mist. so that you can't go outside and not become wet. That's what Ian has become for us. Oh, yeah, that's you can do that, Burgess. You can do that. That's one reason why I like, my personal opinion is for multiplayer servers to run at a slower pace. Yeah, I don't like any server where you have to be on every day, because if you're not on every day, then you're gonna basically risk losing something. Right? Then it feels like it's a job. Then it feels like a burden. Like, if I don't do this, I'm gonna lose, you know, the whole crop for the year because I need to be on tomorrow to do it. And if I can't get on tomorrow to do it, then yeah, I'm gonna lose it. Oh my gosh, are you still doing horses? Uh-oh. Oh, rogue bale, rogue bale. Let's go. Let's get this thing started. We got bales to wrap. GT7 Gameplay TV, welcome. Welcome. I never heard of a game. What's a Gameplay TV? Oh, I wonder. Oh, let's look at this. Is this... What's this line? Oh, I can't see that. Is that level? Oh my gosh. That level, that, oh my, oh. Right there, we have a level indicator. I didn't realize that those, I never noticed those lines there, but those are indicators. So right there, right, you see the rod, right there's level. It became October yesterday for you, and this morning for me. What? Oh, I need to unfold it. There we go. There we go. What's up, Langer? How are you doing, sir? It's going well. It's going well. We are using our Anderson inline wrapper, wrapping hay bales, or grass bales, sorry. We made 30 grass bales earlier, and now we're going to make 30 silage bales. We discovered a little bug with additional game settings. The clock that I had in the upper right corner was telling me it was November. It's not November, it's October. But for whatever reason, it thinks that November is October is November. So I'm sure the X10 entry or the L10 entry is not quite right. I think it used to, but maybe they patched that. As someone that doesn't play much multiplayer, I can't confirm that, but it's definitely something we can test in testing. What it used to do in multiplayer was it would prohibit a non contractor farm from dumping in it. You had to be a contractor of the owner, and in that point in time, you didn't get money for adding to it. You just basically added to the input of the owner. And that would require the owner of the spinnery and the person adding materials into the spinnery to make kind of the payment offline. But maybe they have changed that in a patch to where if you're not contractor, it acts like a sell point. All right, Caleb, catch you later. Thanks for dropping by. This will be the last set of silage bales we make for a while because we'll run out of room. Captain Kiwi. You're like a cat with its tail end sticking out from underneath the couch. Then they freak out when you touch them because they're like, what? How did you know I was here? Magic happens. I made some lasagna tonight. I made Stouffer lasagna. That means I put it in the oven. I took it out when the oven timer went off. You had, it's not so much a bug, that's a feature. Yeah, Will, that is a feature. You sell product to your production, then you buy the production, and then you can basically use the stuff you just put in the production to make finished goods and then sell the finished goods. So you get profit twice. I have made lasagna from scratch before, just not tonight. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna make some salmon. Cook some salmon, and who knows what else. We've also got some chicken wings. We're gonna make some buffalo chicken wings. And I've got a little roast. I'm gonna make me a roast one day soon. Grocery store had some pre-made Angus beef patties with cheese in it. It was like manager's special. Sell it before it rots for $1.50. I was like, I'll buy that for $1.50. I should probably make that tomorrow. Potatoes for my roast. Probably make baked potatoes, maybe. Oh, we might do baked potatoes with the salmon. I don't know. I did. We do have enough for chili too. We were talking about making chili last night during last night's live stream, weren't we? Not all chili needs beans. Well, Calvin, let her pay. Let the lady pay. Or go to the bathroom and then hunt down your server and basically say, okay, this is how we got to play this out. My mom's going to give you money because she has an absolute fit if she doesn't pay. But, you know, she's an older lady. She's on a fixed income. So I'm going to pay for it. But you just pretend and act like you're letting her pay for it. And then we'll make everybody happy. Oh, speaking of that, we went to, when we went to the pre-op appointment the other day, car in front of us hit a deer on the interstate going 70 some miles an hour. That was a rather interesting event to see happen as it happened. It was a little messy indeed. Although I have to tell you, when it happened, I had no clue what exactly had happened. For a little bit. The car wasn't right in front of me. I actually had a decent gap between it and me. It was still pseudo twilight. It was like 6:15 in the morning, so it wasn't super bright out, but it wasn't also dark, right? It was just bright enough that you could kind of see things without needing to use headlights. And I saw what looked like this puff of water, right? This liquid, this vapor appeared in front of this car. I'm like, what the heck was that? Then I thought, you know, my brain, the fact that it's 6:15 in the morning and I already been up for an hour and a half, my brain thought, did he just hit like a wet box? Why would he run into a giant wet box on the interstate? Right? He wouldn't run into a box. And then I started seeing little bits of this box, you know, come out from underneath the car. And I'd see it coming, you know, toward me as I was approaching it. I was like, what the heck is that? And then, you know, the actual box came out and was sliding along the road as I was approaching it. And I adjusted the car so we would go over it, you know, between the tires. And then right before it went under the hood, I was like, oh, that was not a box. That was a deer. And then I looked ahead and the car was slowing down rather significantly and pulling off the side of the road. So I adjusted the course of the car again to not ram into the back of him. Now we've got a dash cam, so I hit the button on the dash cam to save the recording. We came back and looked at it later, and the whole thing happened in like 3 seconds. From him hitting the deer to us basically passing the car that hit the deer. And I thought to myself, this took a lot longer than 3 seconds to play out in my head when it happened in real life. It's like one of those examples of when real life slows down in your head, right? Like, to me, the whole thing happened, like, in the course of 30 seconds. Let's see, what is it? R. That's what it is. There we go, we got that done. Grass is best. Oh my gosh. Who's the idiot that makes all these custom plates? Yeah, you know, it's like I was sitting there staring like, what the heck just happened? But then the little bits come out, like, what is that? Then the whole thing comes out, and like, what? Oh, that's what that was the whole time. Then you look up and, oh, I should probably swerve a little bit. So yeah, we went back and looked at it, and you can kind of see very, very faintly the deer off the side of the road. You can kind of see movements, what you see. Then you see a little flash of light when the headlights of the car caught it right before impact. Right, you see the impact, which was the burst of what looked like water, but we know it's not water now. Poof. Right, you just see this poof in front of this car. Then while you're looking at it, like all of a sudden, you know, you get little droplets of stuff on your windshield. You're like, oh, what the heck was that? All right, enough of that. Now we're done. We're done grass. We are. I don't think we don't need to lime this field. We limed it already, so we could. Get advanced to tomorrow. Let's do that. Well, GoldenEye, you know who you're talking about here. We didn't see any red tint. Plus, it was 6:15 in the morning. It's you don't have enough light to see color at that point. At least I don't think you do. I sure don't have enough light to see color at that point. Oh, the tractor is just fine. The tractor is just fine. I don't have a cultivator. All we have is a plow. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we can't cultivate that. All right, let's go get our honeybee. Get our honeybee header. Oh, that's right, Captain. We play by feel. We don't even see the. We don't even have our eyes open. We just play by feel. Nothing good on the contract front. Oh, we have to go to another month and see. Growing up, we didn't wash our tractors. They were too busy working. You might wash the dirt off of it that's holding it together. Flexi headers is in the ones that conform to the ground or something else? Y'all haven't told me what I can use all my straw for. I'm gonna have a boatload of straw. What should we do with it? I mean, we could obviously sell it. We can make a lot of money selling straw. I mean, after all, we made $36,000 selling the straw off of field 14. Imagine what we're gonna make off of field 30, right? Okay, let's look here. Let's look here and see. Now we have a 30-foot header, 9.2 meters. So if we went with something reasonable, $11-meter header. I mean, we've got to deal with the pipe, right? We got a pretty long pipe, so we could deal with a bigger header. But again, the trade-off with a bigger header is you're going to fill the harvester up sooner, and we got a big field. I don't want to get full like a third of the way down the field. So I think I'm gonna go conservative here. 9.2. 9.1. We're gonna go conservative on their header. All right, how much? This thing's $156,000. Are you kidding? This thing better make like twice as much product. Look, where is it? $52,000. $52,000. Oh, for 3 times the money, I could have the honeybee. It dang well better be 3 times worth the cost. That's before we even configure it. We're gonna add the cross auger just because we want to see it work. We're gonna add this because, well, why not? We want to see this crazy thing work. But now, look at $182 friggin' dollars. Height control. Sure, why not? $189 friggin' dollars here. You're paying for a name and paint. You're paying for marketing hype. Oh, it folds and unfolds. Isn't that cute? Okay. Trying to drive this thing back. No, Henry, I know it doesn't do anything extra in game. I know it doesn't magically make the yield better. At least it somewhat matches the harvester. No, we're not going to spend the next 15 minutes trying to figure out the trailer. Let's see here, can I change the... I can't. Now I can? Now I can, okay. It's still in my way. Oh no, we're gonna play chicken leg on Footloose. Footloose, oh yeah. Just take the top off that SUV. Everything's all good. Look. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, we'll park it here. Welcome to July, the middle of the year. And here we go. Well, shoot. That's not good. I was counting on that to be ready. Wheat. Not ready. Let's check our cows. Oh, we do. Yay, we got little baby cows. We got the baby cows. We got the baby cows. All right, enough of that. Yeah, August. Now we got to pay for that dang header for a month. Them up there. Canola, oats. Oh, we could do a harvest contract and make some money off of this something. All right, field 33, I'll take you. Field 27, I'll take you. And field 3, I will take you also. Thank you very, very much. But before that, let's mix up some TMR. We decided it's one of these. And then we decided it's what, 2 hay bales and 2 silage bales. That's what we decided. Ah, that's what I made you think. Captain Kiwi, we're always in control. We're always in control. We have simulated mayhem on this channel. And then we'll come down here. I mean, look, we got a cow in the middle of a tank. I mean, if it can't get any more mayhem than this. Pardon me while I rip the plastic off. I'll position this downhill and make getting into it easier. Oh, withdrawal. Withdraw from thy forks. I could say pull out, but you know, some of you juveniles will show your delinquency. Ta-da! There we go. Now we're stuck. A little more junk in the trunk. Like I said. Like I said. Oh, and then we fill it up. All that, and now it's full. Okay, let's go see this header in action. Where are these fields we took a contract out on? 33, 3, and 27. And if you ever thought there was a way to quickly teleport to another location, well, there is. All right, let's see this bad boy in action. I mean, I'm changing the wheels. What's this do? Alright. Is it 4 times better than the other header? I'll let you decide that. let's just harvest some weeds. Where are you going? Are you finding your center line? Oh. I mean, it's neat and all, but four times the cost is awful expensive unless you're running one of those money's no limit farms. I mean, in real life, I could see it being more efficient, right? You lose less grain. In theory, it would pay for itself over time. Yeah, I mean, the air system is to make sure that the, you know, any loose grains or any loose heads that come off the crop are going into the auger. I assume the top auger is to help move the product to the feed head better, more uniform. To be able to float on the ground, you're going to be able to, you're cutting more stalk off, more product off, so you're leaving less on the field, right? So you're getting potentially more straw as a result. No, it wasn't Farmer G. No, it wasn't. Not how we configured it. No. So here we are, $52,000. See, we already have one of those. Now we took this one and we added height control. We added that. We added that. Now we're 189,000. It's 3.5 times. Close enough to being 4 times. Captain Kiwi, but is it one he bought or is it one that he was provided? Right? Yeah, see, it was a air quote demo model, right? Farmers at that caliber, they don't have to buy anything. They just get all this stuff demoed to them. Why? Because they're going to show it off. They're going to talk about it. And the poor farmers that can't afford to get things demoed are the ones that are going to actually buy it. The animations are interesting. You know, we got there you can see the floating header kind of there on the side. Right. In game, is it serving any purpose other than visual? No. where are we taking this? Field 33. It needs to go to selling. Where the heck's selling station 4? It's gotta go to there. Okay. Yeah, it looks nice. Not discounting any, not discounting the work of the modder, right? I'm not ragging on the mod, I'm just thinking. 3.5 times the cost. It's like the old saying, Chrome don't get you home, but you look a lot flashier using it. Unwanted attention, no doubt. Vandenberg Farms, well, that's cool. Loading on this side also. You saying there was a deer back there? Oh, Model House, man. I've had some contracts not complete, yeah. Now, I'm running the original version of the map. There has been updates. And I would say that it's possible some of those issues have been resolved in subsequent updates. But I've not updated because I really don't have a desire to do any sort of new game save reset. MS 697 Claire Bear is your Destiny 2. That's quite an interesting name. I would say depends on your play style. There are players of all styles. There's realism players that insist a simulation needs to be as precise to the real life as possible, else it should not be called a sim. I get that. There are FARMER-KLEIN players that are less inclined to simulation is important. Is either gameplay more correct? No. in the end, whatever style of gameplay you prefer is the style of gameplay for you. You always have the ability to slow down, right? If you feel that, for example, 6 miles an hour is too fast for this harvester, you could manually set your cruise control to, let's say, 4, right? And therefore you're running at the speed you feel is more appropriate. Then we have FARMERKLEIN players, I call them, that do everything in their power to farm at the highest speed possible. If that's what they enjoy, that's what they enjoy. I like to imagine that I'm somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in between the ultra realistics and the FARMERKLEINs. We're missing. We're missing product. We're missing product. Oh, the 240 version. 240. Oh, the Airflex 240. So this one without the wind system. So does it have height control? The auger? Does it have one of these dividers? 200, was it $200,000? Are these prices like overly inflated, or is that like legit? Like, if I buy this header, I'm gonna have to spend 200 grand for it. It can be, yeah, it can be uncontrolled. I mean, a lot of that comes down to the vehicle. So if you're using a modded vehicle, then depending on the modder, they may have goosed the settings a little bit for highway speed. But yeah, I mean, there is a trade-off with respect to acceleration. All of these vehicles accelerate way faster than they would in real life. They don't handle the same as they would in real life. The center of gravity is significantly lower than they would be in real life. Yeah, you wouldn't take a tractor 30 mile an hour around a tight bend. But you easily do that in game, right? Oh, indeed, right? Indeed, like the wheel loader we used. This little wheel loader we used. Where is it at? Front loader. This little front loader, right? You put duals on the front of this thing, it is amazingly stable. Right? You take this bad boy and you put duals on the front, and this thing is about as stable as you're ever going to find. Singles on the front, and this thing will wobble back and forth. You think you're going to knock it over. $80,000. prices have gone up a lot in the last few years. You know, there is the realistic. What is it? What is it called? What's the realistic driving mod called? I used it on Western Wilds. I don't remember the name of it. There's that. That tries to... Yeah, the REA stuff. Tries to give you a more realistic center of gravity. Yeah, you can easily roll things. More realistic traction, so you have tire slip. Implements follow differently based on if they're in the ground and they have resistance or not. So that might be a mod or a set of mods to look into, if that's a thing. Just pardon me, we're cutting through here. That's one of the nice things about Farm Sim and the mods that we've got is, you know, you can play as realistic or unrealistic as you want, and there's probably a mod out there that will aid you in doing that very thing. Completely missed that sell point, didn't I? Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Oh. All right. Midnight Stars Club number 697. Part-time Destiny player. Full-time Claire Bear, if you will. So how is Gran Turismo? As a PlayStation exclusive, I don't know. Now, if you're on PlayStation, I don't know if REA is available to you. Rabbit Rob's our resident PlayStation expert. Oh, but we chose poorly. We chose poorly. I knew that. I knew that was the thing. Oh, we're in the wrong field. Launch, yes. I mean, that is the epitome of realism right there. Don't even tell me that's not real. That is 100% realistic. The truck is a Mac mod. The truck is, hold on. Truck is the Mac Grain Hauling Pack. Farmer G, what I read there is jealousy. That's what I read. Oh, are they still in short supply? Cookie as a sidekick. I don't know. Alright, well, that's awful loud. I tell you, I kind of lucked out. I think we got an Xbox for my oldest, Xbox X, and her birthday was in April. She let us know she was interested in an Xbox, like, in April. We basically told her that there was no such thing. They weren't available in April. Availability was nothing. And said we just, you know, look, keep an eye out. I think it was June or July that I looked on the Xbox website, and I was able to get it through their leasing program. Xbox has a leasing program where you pay like $36 a month for 2 years, and basically it's the retail cost of a Series X plus 2 years worth of Game Pass. So it's like interest free, basically. So that's how we were able to get it. We were able to get it because the Xboxes that were part of that bundle package were far more available than the ones right off the shelf. There we go. That is way too much, and yeah, maybe one day they will ship to Iceland. I mean, I think they have a hard enough time satisfying pre-orders still, let alone expand availability. But yeah, you spend $1,000, you might as well get a PC, but they're probably going to be more than that in New Zealand time also, or New Zealand money also. Yeah, I mean, if you got a PC, then Forza's right there for you. That's the big thing with Xbox is they become very very gaming focused, both PC and the Xbox console, so that really there aren't Xbox console exclusives as much as Game Pass exclusives, which are available on both platforms. Whereas you have your Sonys, which are pretty much locked away in the old way of doing things. But like I said, I went to the Xbox website, and on the Series X page, there was basically, they talked about their like leasing program. And they linked to partners, like Walmart was one of the partners, maybe Best Buy, Target, and maybe a couple other retailers were partners in that program. And then each of those partners had their own websites off their own web stores that actually did the transaction. So it's this. Yeah. This page. Called Xbox All Access, and then like you can go to Target, and then it redirects you to a Target page. And you can get a Series X for $34.99 a month for 24 months. It includes the Series X and 2 years of Game Pass. Or you can get the Series S, and then for $25 a month for 24 months. Basically 0 APR. You pay monthly, but you own the console outright up front. And that was pretty much the only way you can get them for months. Yeah, they do a credit check because it's one of those. It's one of those banks. It's a bank thing. Sean, it's hard to know what the problem could be. I don't know what platform you're on. I don't know how you were trying to get it, from what store. Oh, the missus has moved to Australia. That's a big move. Oh, look, traffic stopped for the deer. Isn't that nice? I think I remember something about you talking about that. And there we go. Near 100%. Let's launch it. Oh, I completely understand. Completely understand. Although I would say, you know, the only way to know is to try, right? And one with bad credit. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I don't think that load of wheat's going to be good anymore. We really did a number on that one. Oops-a-daisy. Well, you know, we can always just pretend. We can just pretend we never lost a load. There we go. Oh, it's late. It's late. That's what the heck. That's what the heck, Captain Kiwi. It's late. I was going to cut it off at the end of this load anyway. There's no cheating in Farm Sim. There's just creative play. David did it last night, see, David's willing to admit. He's willing to admit he messed up last night. Oh, repair the truck. It's good. It's still running. I mean, we still have a little bit of fuel in it. Right? Oh, let's see. How much more do we have to transport? I'm gonna have to finish this contract later. We will be back on this map tomorrow night. No, we won't be back here tomorrow night. tomorrow night, Sunday night, Convoy night on American Truck Sim. Be sure to tune in for that. A little bit of excitement. Monday night, Convoy night, where we are sure to have a whole bunch of mayhem because we run with the Mayhem crew. They are all members of Allstate Mayhem crew. Rabbit Rob needs Allstate insurance because he gets into lots of wrecks in American Truck Sim. So be sure to check that out tomorrow night. I'm going to be recording part 3 of our Pumps and Hoses how-to guide tomorrow. Pump 2, part 3, sorry, it's being recorded. Part 2 is going to be released tomorrow, so keep an eye on the channel for that as well. And until next time, happy farming. Ready, set, right turn. We made it.